Hi there beautiful creatures, welcome back. Today I wanted to do a little March favorites video for you all and an unboxing or a reveal of a couple of new things that I've got. So I don't have many favorites in the month of March. Yes, look, my cast is off, hooray! Well, not cast, my splint. Not so hooray because the casts and splints they gave me, didn't actually solve the problem, because what the problem was something else entirely. So I actually have a damaged nerve, or a compressed nerve in my thumb, and that is still very much there. And what the splint was doing by immobilizing my thumb, it was actually putting pressure on the nerve, so it wasn't helping it and it wasn't going away. And of course now I have a really stiff sore wrist because it's been immobilized for about 3 weeks non-stop. So that's kind of a little update on that. So I still have to be very careful with this hand, not to put any pressure along here, because that's where that nerve is. And it could take from anywhere from 6 weeks to 3 months to get better, which is really annoying. But what can you do? At least now I know what it is, and thankfully it's not anything more serious like carpal tunnel, and it wasn't tendonitis to begin with. So that's that. So I'm gonna show you my favorite crystal of the month of March, and it is this one. And this is smoky quartz, my first massive piece of smoky quartz from Diego in Africa, and it's just beautiful. It's a particular type of quartz because it has all those inclusions in it, and I absolutely love the energy of this stone. Like, I did some meditations with this one while I was sort of traveling to the spiritual plane, and it is really effective in connecting me but keeping me grounded as well, and it just has such a protective energy to it. I really like this stone. So smoky quartz has kind of been my flavor of the month because I also got this ring, or rather my mom got me this ring with a little smoky quartz in it. So that's kind of been my stone of the month. Then I have been using my essential oil atomizer with my chakra essential oil kit. I'll actually just pull those out now and show you what they look like. So I also bought some other essential oils. So this is what they look like. They're from Perfect Potion. It comes with a little booklet, and that's the whole set there. So I've been using pretty much all of these, sometimes mixing them and sometimes just keeping them as they are and putting them like one at a time into the, oh, they smell so good, into the diffuser. So I've been absolutely loving my diffuser. So it works with water and air energy. It creates mist, so I really love that sort of energy. And then I've been also getting into my candle magic, as I showed you guys in the previous Witchy haul. I also have some more. I have a bunch of blends that are blended with eucalyptus that are sort of that I got in Melbourne, that were kind of farmed organically, found and harvested organically, and all the proceeds of buying that goes towards helping Indigenous communities in the Northern Territory. So they actually get the kids involved to help them, you know, find the eucalyptus and harvest it and turn it into the essential oil, and then they blend it. So it's all really, really awesome stuff. So my deck of the month that I was using for the Within Without challenge is the Bohemian Gothic Tarot. I'm not gonna show it to you guys. It's not my favorite deck. I'm sorry, it's just not my favorite deck. I worked with it throughout the month. I thought it was really concise and precise with the answers, and some of the imagery photographs really beautifully. So it's a visually really appealing deck, but it didn't have that those layers and layers of depth that I really like. But it was very much on point with the responses. What else? So that was the deck that I was using, really. I've been absolutely loving the Poet's Oracle by Storytelling Tea and Tarot on YouTube, so I've been using that. So I'm going to include that in my favorites for March, even though I've only been using it for about a week. It came with me to Melbourne, even though I didn't use it in Melbourne. I had it with me, so it kind of, I feel like we really bonded. And I did a little reading last night. It was spot on, and it just gives the most amazing clear advice, and like I said, in the words that you need to hear it in as well, with the quotes and stuff, and the imagery is amazing. So now I'm going to move on to showing you guys some stuff that I got today. I went on a little crystal bender today. Not intentionally, but I walked into one shop and I just thought to myself, I've been really wanting an obsidian crystal ball because I want to start scrying. Ever since I read that John Dee, and I've actually seen his scrying mirror in the British Museum, although I didn't connect the dots at the time for some stupid reason. I've wanted an obsidian crystal ball or scrying mirror, and I've wanted to really get into scrying, and the other methods of, you know, divination, so like with runes and scrying and stuff like that. As I mentioned, I was really connected to the goddess Artemis, and that was, I feel like, I don't know, it all kind of makes sense to me. So I'll show you, I'll show you some of my crystal purchases from today. Oh yeah, and I found this gorgeous little plate to keep my crystal ball on. So that kind of gives you an indication of how big the crystal ball is. And I found it at the $2 shop, or sorry, not the $2 shop, the up shop. I found it at Vinnie's. And it's just a beautiful, ornate, little silver thing. And I really like that. So I was really glad that I found something on the same day that I found the crystal ball. And this baby is wrapped all in black. And I had a connection with this straight away, and I love it because it wasn't expensive at all, like whatsoever, which was amazing. Yeah, I absolutely love it. Here we go. So it's just covered in dust. The lady kind of sprayed it. Okay, I won't show you the price tag, but this is it. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it stunning? And it has the most amazing energy. So I actually sat with it in the store and just kind of breathed deeply and meditated with it for a little while. Sorry, I don't know what smells like sage. I think it might be this. Because she sprayed it with sage to clear it, because apparently one of the readers had told her that because obsidian is like so reflective, it absorbs all of the negative energy, so you need to cleanse it regularly. I've never worked with obsidian on this scale, but I was looking at this and I just feel like it's magical. It's so magical. It does something to me. I got the tingles, and I just thought, like, what a gorgeous stone. It has some little marks on it. Maybe that's why it was so cheap. Well, I mean, it wasn't incredibly cheap, but it's not perfectly smooth on this side. But I don't care. Anyway, it's beautiful. And so, let's see if this works. Haha. Alright, so it's kind of, woo, it's rolling around there. But I was going to put something in here anyway, so that it wouldn't just be resting on the silver. But I really like that. So that is my gorgeous, I'm just going to wrap it back up in the black, obsidian crystal ball, which I love. Then from that same store, because I'm connecting with the goddess Artemis, I got some absolutely gorgeous moss agate bracelet and a bloodstone bracelet. And those were the two stones that kind of called to me for working with Artemis. And I feel like when I'll wear them when I meditate with her and want to invoke her energy. And I love them. And they look really gorgeous together. They work really well together. Then I went to another store and I got my very first, this is a good day for firsts. I got my very first crystal skull. And this is also a bloodstone. I don't know if you can see the color in there, but it is just stunning. I have wanted a crystal skull for ages, but normally they are way out of my price range. For some reason they get really expensive here in Australia. And I love this one. Again, this is for communicating with Artemis. And I just love it. It's so cute. So, yeah. I was really glad I found this because, like, if you see the whole top and sort of front, like from here, is all red, and then the rest is like this gorgeous color. So absolutely love that. So those were my crystal purchases from today. And then if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen some of these already. So this is the Welcome to Night Vale Tarot. It's available where they sell all their other sort of merchandise. It is gorgeous. Cardstock quality is not the best in the world. Well, actually the cardstock is okay. The printing quality is not the best in the world. But they're all the same. So like the corners are very round, which is not my favorite style. But anyway, I'll just show you some of the cards. And the back of the cards is gorgeous. So it's a bloodstone circle with the eye. So this is the Fool. If you could see that's Cecil. That's Tamika Flynn. So the creator of this deck is on Tumblr, and she actually goes through her creative process with all the cards, so you know the stories from the podcast that these come from. So this is a faceless old woman who secretly lives in your home. This is the mayor of Night Vale. The emperor is the Glow Cloud, which is awesome. Erica is the Hierophant. Erica are the angels. If you're a fan of Night Vale, you love this. This is the Forest, the Lovers. I love this card. The Chariot is Hiram McDaniels. It's really cool. Strength is Dana, intern Dana. I'll just go through the mages. The Hermit is the Pyramids. The Wheel of Fortune, they describe this as a sacrifice, like the mob mentality that can get a hold of Night Vale. Justice. I'm not sure what that is, but that's cool. Looks like an eclipse. But yeah, I love it. Even if I never use this deck, this is from Cassette, the episode Cassette, Cecil. Again, the Hanged Man. Death, that's Carlos and the Little City. Temperance, it's traveling between the worlds, I think. The Devil, the man in the tan jacket. The deerskin suitcase. I can't read this. The Tower. I feel like this is Steve Carlsberg, but I don't know. I don't think it is. And anyway, the Star, which are the lights of Night Vale that appear. Mysterious lights. The Moon, which is the moon. Sorry guys, my video cut out. So I was just finishing the Welcome to Night Vale Tarot wrap up, and it didn't film the rest of the major arcana, so I'm sorry about that. So I had a really good mail day yesterday, and this arrived in the mail, as well as my Thoth deck. So this is the Goddess, these are the Goddess cards by Susan Seddon-Boulay. I'll see if I can open them up. I'm not sure when my phone might cut out again, so... Anyway, there are reviews and flip-throughs of this deck by Maha's Treasure Box on YouTube, and also by Racine Almoon513. So maybe just go check those out if you're interested in the imagery. I am in love with the imagery. It depicts not only Artemis, but Diana, which is the Roman kind of aspect of Artemis, and the Triple Goddess. So it's an amazing deck for me, and the artwork is just beautiful. Then I got the Thoth deck, and I thought I had ordered the jumbo version because I kind of wanted the jumbo version, but I didn't get the jumbo version, obviously. So it comes with a Celtic Cross mat, and it's actually just the regular version, but now that I have it, I think I much prefer this version because I feel like even though the jumbo one would be good to learn from with the symbolism, it would just be impossible to manage. So I know Kelly from The Truth and Story also got this deck, and I posted that it seemed like we were called to use this deck at the same time, which is really cool. I love that synchronicity within the community. So this is the size of my Thoth deck, which I really like, the backing. Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, I love this imagery. I have had this deck on my wish list for at least a year. But I knew that I wasn't ready to have it in my life until now. So I'm going to be working with this one throughout April. So I'm not going to use the Night Sun Tarot because I feel like I need to work with this deck first before I even get into the Night Sun Tarot. But it actually comes with a pretty comprehensive little white book. There's actually a couple of excerpts from Crowley's Thoth book in there, Book of Thoth. So that's really cool. This is the book that I got to sort of accompany my learning with the symbology and stuff. This is the one that Elise from Wild Moon Tarot featured on her book, and I really on her channel, and I really like it. So it's the ultimate guide to the Thoth Tarot, and it comes with like important symbols, the 10 most important things to remember, and etc, etc. So it breaks down all the symbology within the Thoth deck. So this is just my first book on Thoth. No doubt I'm going to have a whole library of books on Thoth. So those were my purchases. I thought I would show them to you. I thought I would talk a little bit about my favorites. And I really look forward to working with the goddess Artemis and working with the Thoth deck. And I might do some video updates on that for you guys later. April is my birthday month, so I don't know how often I'll be on this channel. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to continuing working with the Poet's Oracle as well. So I'll probably have a review for you guys maybe at the end of April, but we'll see. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!